Ontario Liberals have selected Bonnie Crombie, a three-term big city mayor and former MP, who boasts that she gets under the skin of Premier Doug Ford as their next leader to go head-to-head with the Premier in the next provincial election. Crombie was voted to the top job as the legislature's third party looks to rebuild following two successive electoral drubbings, and she said there is a lot of hard work ahead between now and the 2026 campaign. She told the leadership convention crowd in her victory speech on Saturday that we have built this big, strong Liberal team, and now I hate to break it to you, but we have to dig a little deeper. You know why? Because Doug Ford and his Conservatives, they will be coming after us any minute now, so we have to be ready. We have to be ready to work even harder, but together. Ford and his cronies have been the opponents in our sights for this entire campaign. The mayor of Mississauga, Ontario beat Liberal MP Nate Erickson Smith, Liberal MP and former provincial cabinet minister Yasir Naqvi, and former Liberal MP and current provincial caucus member Ted Su at an Ontario Liberal leadership convention that went through 3 rounds of ballot counting. Crombie said she wants to see through the Mississauga and Peel regions' budgets, then plans to resign as mayor early in the new year. She is so far undecided on whether she will seek a seat in the legislature or if she will just travel the province to introduce herself to voters and drum up support for the party. Let's listen to what Bonnie Crombie has to say.
As many of you know, I've been on a journey over the past few months, traveling across the province and connecting with Ontarians in my bid to become the next leader of the Ontario Liberal Party. And yesterday, I was successful in those efforts, being voted in by the party as Ontario's new Liberal leader. None of this would have been possible without the hundreds of volunteers and Liberals across every corner of the province who put their faith and confidence in me. Over the past 9 years, I've had the honor of serving the residents of Mississauga as your mayor, and before that, as the councillor for Ward 5 and member of Parliament for Mississauga Streetsville before that. Mississauga is my home, and I'm incredibly proud of the work we've done together to grow and transform our city, the third largest in the province, into a thriving urban hub that is the envy of the world. The issues that our residents face, from housing to the cost of living and access to healthcare and education, are the very same ones millions of Ontarians across the province are grappling with. And it's time that I take on a new challenge and lead this province in tackling these issues and many more. Sadly, this means that I'll be starting a new chapter, and my time as the mayor of Mississauga will be coming to an end. I will be stepping away from the mayor's chair this January to take on the important work of reinvigorating the Liberal Party and addressing the problems facing people across the province. This will give me time to pass the 2024 city budget and work with our city manager and council on a thoughtful transition that ensures our residents continue to be well served. Mississauga will continue to be my home, and I will continue to make sure the voice of our residents are heard at Queen's Park and across the province. It has been an honor of a lifetime to serve you as your mayor, and I look forward to what this new chapter will bring.
The Liberals had boasted that the leadership race saw the candidates sign up a record number of members, with more than 100,000 people eligible to vote for the new leader, up from 44,000 and 38,000 in the two previous contests. But only a fraction of those members cast ballot last weekend, with 22,827 people voting. The party noted the turnout was higher than the 12,988 Ontario Liberals who cast ballots in the 2020 leadership race and more than 19,438 in 2013. Crombie, as Mississauga mayor, has been a vocal opponent of 4 changes to how municipalities collect certain fees from developers that help the cities fund infrastructure. The Association of Municipalities of Ontario has said the move shortchanged municipalities by $5 billion and has pushed hard for the dissolution of Peel region, where her Toronto area city is located. Polling suggests that of all the Liberal leadership candidates, the party stands to perform best against the Progressive Conservatives in the next election with Crombie at the helm. The Tories are trying to portray her as an elitist who will increase taxes, while the NDP are suggesting she is similar to Ford. Here's what Crombie promised. In terms of healthcare, her plan touts a patient-central approach to healthcare by eliminating loopholes that will allow corporations to bypass the Canada Health Act and clearing the surgical backlog without restoring to private for-profit surgical centers. She also said she would provide 10 paid sick days for everyone, recruit more family doctors and expand nurse practitioner-led clinics, expand hospitals and deliver wage parity between staff and home, community, long-term care and acute care sectors. In terms of housing, Crombie said she will require home builders to include at least 20% long-term affordable units as a condition of the sale of provincial surplus land, including near GO stations. Other initiatives include removing the provincial sales tax on construction of purpose-built rental housing, introducing provincial rebates for development charges, creating as-of-right zoning frameworks to unlock more rental homes, and limiting third-party Ontario land tribunal appeals. Crombie has also promised to take politics out of the process when it comes to Greenbelt by creating an arm's-length process to preserve and expand the protected space. She will also legalize the boundary to prevent land swaps for good. The Mississauga mayor said she will allow municipalities to choose a ranked ballot system in their municipal elections and potentially introduce electronic voting, raise the filing fee and the number of endorsements needed to run for mayor, and support the idea of launching a citizens' assembly to make recommendations on electoral reform in Ontario. Crombie was chosen on Saturday with 6,911 points, 53.4% of the vote after the third ballot. As she took the podium following the announcement, Crombie said, "Thank you for believing in what we are going to build together. Thank you for taking a spark and turning it into a big red flame here today. There is no question being an Ontario Liberal is back, and that is thanks to each and every one of you." IPTV.